Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shannon and this is my channel, Shannonsense. Today I'm going to tell you why I adopt and don't shop for animals, and also show you my two rescue animals, Bernie the dog and Winston the cat that just took off. This is definitely an issue that I have been passionate about since I was at a young age. This isn't a vegan thing to me. I mean, I remember growing up with like a magnet on our fridge saying, why breed and buy when shelter animals die? So this just means a lot to me. And before I get into the video, make sure to subscribe. So just a disclaimer, if you have bought an animal from like a pet store or a breeder and you're not aware of these issues, you know, I love all animals and I'm not judging you. So just throw it out there. I think most people are definitely aware that buying from like puppy mills is really bad, so I'm not even going to touch on that subject. So why would buying from an animal from like a reputable breeder be an issue? Well, let's think about this. So animals like dogs and cats are literally only here because of us humans. They're great, they're man's best friend, but truly they're only here from us breeding them years and years ago. They're not meant to be in the wild. They truthfully need our caring. I mean, technically they're GMOs if you think about it. If we've caused this issue, we just need to step up and be responsible. So we get it. You want that perfect yellow lab. I mean, I get it. That was my favorite dog growing up. But you're getting an animal to take care of. Join the family, be your companion. This is not Build-A-Bear Workshop. Having a child isn't Build-A-Bear Workshop, you know? You love whatever comes out and you love it unconditionally and it's part of your family. Of course that you do want them to fit in with your family. You know, if you're very active, you probably don't want a teeny tiny dog like a Chihuahua that can't keep up with your hiking or something like that. But that's what's great about like rescues or shelters, is there's a wide variety of breeds, mixed breeds, different animals, and you can get to know them. A lot of them even have like foster to adopt programs where you foster them for like a week or two to really see if they blend in with your family. Now, if you really are a dead set on that specific breed or a purebred, shelters have them too. Now, it might take you a little bit of research. You might have to look online or visit a few, and it will take a while, but like, I promise they are there. Now, I do think breeding animals, specifically dogs, is okay in very certain situations. And that would be for like breeding them for what they were actually meant to do like years ago, like working dogs, like a sheepdog to be at like a sheep farm, or certain police dogs that are bred best for doing that type of work. But like Nancy down the road that just wants a German Shepherd because she thinks they're cute, sorry, find it at a shelter or find something else. So no one come in the comments for me saying like, what about sheep, whatever, what about police? Because I understand that, and truthfully, if those were the only people that bought from breeders, we would still be fixing this issue most likely. So what really is that issue with buying from a reputable breeder? It seems like they treat their dogs well, it's clean, the animals are happy. Like, what's the problem, right? You buying the animal is actually helping kill more. When you buy that animal, that is a dog from like a rescue or a shelter that is now not going to be adopted. That's a space that you bought from. Whereas if you would have adopted, the space in the kennel and then a homeless animal could have been added in there. And it's just like a snowball effect of like saving one saves more, because it's an extra spot in the kennel, so you not saving it is truthfully killing animals. And then not even that side, but there's a whole other cycle on the breeding side, because now that breeder just made a profit from you. They know that they can do business, they want more money, so that's another reason for them to breed again, which they're literally just breeding for profit off of you. And that's one less puppy from their litter, so they're gonna wanna breed again, and it's just like constant breeding for money. Like, that animal is literally only born because you paid and you made that demand for it to be there. Not to mention the whole like breeding animals over and over again and then taking their babies away is really unethical, but that's another story. Another thing is I'm really into like spending my money with purpose and the whole like supply and demand, voting with my dollar. When you are adopting an animal from like a shelter or a rescue, that money goes straight to them, you know, to help rescue more animals, their vet bills, their food, their water, toys, just the facility to keep it running. Like, it's helping animals, it's going to something good. Of course, you know, it's good to support people as well and other businesses, but it's a business that doesn't need to be here. it's hurting more than helping. It's also so much cheaper to rescue. Rescuing can be anywhere from totally free to about $200 or so depending on the rescue, whereas buying from a breeder can end up being thousands, and then you usually just like get the puppy and the papers, whereas from a rescue, they already have all their up-to-date shots, and then they're either fixed or you get it free when they are old enough to be fixed. And then, I know I said you can find purebreds at shelters and stuff, but just buying a mixed breed is less chance of having health issues, because a lot of purebred animals, maybe not currently they're being inbred, but to get to that specific line, they were. So just to put some stats out there, currently in the United States, there are 70 million homeless cats and dogs, and then 1.2 million animals a year just in the US will be put down for no reason, just because there's no space for them, no one's adopting them. If you are a true animal lover, then you will want to save them and make this difference in the world. It's not just buying a dog, it's so much more. All right, so now for my personal testimony. So I'm an only child and I grew up my whole life with animals as pets. They were like my siblings to me. Sometimes I had as many as 6 pets at a time, plus like a lot of fish. So I just have always loved being around them, and we've never bought from a breeder. We've brought in strays that just showed up at our door, people that had an accidental litter we got from, someone rehoming their animal. We just ended up with all these animals. But currently on my own, I do have 1 dog and 1 cat. All right, so Winston does not want to be in this, so I'm just gonna hold him for a second, but this is Winston. I got him almost 4 years ago when my, now husband, then boyfriend, and I were 20. We just moved into our first apartment, and I just felt lonely without an animal. Okay, he's one. We went to the local county shelter, and honestly, I wanted a big, fluffy cat, which Winston is short hair, so kind of the opposite. And Winston was there because his mom happened to have a litter of cats and she was a stray, and someone brought them all into the shelter, and he was in a cage with him and his brother, and I just had this drawing to him, like his gray little swirls, almost like a coffee cake. I don't know, I just had to have him. So then we find out you have to be 21 at the shelter to adopt, and I'm only 20. So, and I tell you, this drawing is strong. So I got my sorority sister that was 21 to adopt him for me. Shout out to Libby. And I got Winston. So he was 3 months old when we adopted him. Now it's been almost 4 years. And he's like the purring machine. He like will play fetch and literally hide and seek. Sleeps above my head and loves to like nudge me and lick my nose. And he's just the best cat, truthfully. I'm so glad I saved him. So about 1.5 years later, we got Bernie the dog. She's right here. And it was a total surprise. So it was a Saturday and Quint and I were just like walking in and out of stores. And we happened to go into a PetSmart, and they were having like one of those adoption events. So the rescue, Sweet Dream Rescue House, was having an adoption event. So they have like all these cages in the middle full of dogs, and you can adopt them. So we fell in love with this big old fluffy puppy. He had the saddest eyes. I'm gonna attach a photo here. And we were just so drawn to him. We walked him, but we were still college students, and dogs are a lot harder than cats. So we were just like, no, we can't. But we thought about him all night. So the next day, Quint wanted to go back, and I was like, well, if he's still there, it's meant to be, we're gonna get him. Well, he was still there, so Bernie came home with us, and it's been the best decision ever. I will say the first week was really hard. He had accidents, he ate Quint's computer cord. Winston, the cat, was scared to death and hid away, and I thought it just wasn't gonna work, but animals do warm up and it gets better. So after that, it was great. He's always smiling, like he's so happy to meet anybody. His personality just like truly came out. Like he loves life, he's on walks, he loves to cuddle, get belly rubs, wrestle. He's amazing. Seeing a sad animal in a cage and then watching them go from being pitiful to learning to trust you and their personality come out is so heartwarming. So the next time you're looking into buying a pet, please consider rescuing, adopting, taking in someone's animal they're giving away or rehoming. And if you seriously are set on a breed, just like do some research. There's petfinder.com, you can search by breed. I promise you can find that dog. I'm just so lucky that I've known these facts since I was a little girl, and I've never given any money to a breeder or a puppy mill. And now that you know, you can't be ignorant anymore. So adopt, don't shop, and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments about your favorite adoption rescue story, and I will see you guys next week. Bye guys! Bye guys!